I'm so excited to be here to visit with you this morning.
Thank you.
Gosh, it's a very unique business.
Yeah. So my name is Vikash Bula. I live right here in Arlington. I've always been in the DFW area, but a partner and I decided to open this place up. It's called Lone Star Axe Throwing. If the audience hasn't heard, axe throwing is basically what we like to describe it as like darts on steroids. So you get an axe and you throw it at a wooden target in the most simple terms. But a little bit more about our place. A little bit more than that. We got a beer and wine bar on site. We have a lot of other fun stuff to throw, which I'll show you here in a bit. Got some shuffleboard. We got a couple of arcades. So all around, it's just a great time. Come in, relieve some stress. Great for parties, bachelor parties, birthday parties, date nights, corporate events. So it's a great place. Come in, have a good time. Yeah.
We have the rodeo coming to town,
Sure.
and this has got a Texas theme. Feels very comfortable and very Texan.
It is. Like, one of our goals here was to really bring the community together, and one of the things that we excel at, or one of the things that we really put a lot of pride in, is our customer service. It's that Southern hospitality. So I think that's kind of what, it's a simple thing, but it kind of makes us stand out. It's a little bitty intricate details that makes us stand out from like another axe throwing venue you might go to. So yeah, we're excited for that rodeo, by the way. Excited to see what it brings to town and stuff. So yeah.
So are you a student of axe throwing? Like, how did you get this idea for a business?
Not really. So I mentioned it's a partner and I, his name is Mike. We would always just, we're childhood friends. We'd always just semi-seriously discuss starting a business. We went through it all. We talked about doing a car wash, talked about doing a parking garage, just things like that, right? But we never really got serious about it because we wanted to do something funner, right? We wanted to do something where we can really engage with our guests and something that we would probably enjoy going to. So he mentioned he went to an axe throwing place during a bachelor party in Canada, and that was kind of our aha moment. At that point, like, I hadn't even touched an axe like to throw, but it just seemed so fun, and we kind of got into it, and we just kind of snowballed it from there. Yeah, and here we are.
Now, you have a little bit of an entrepreneurial background. You grew up in a family business.
I did, yes. So both of us actually did. Mike and I, both of our parents are in the hospitality business. Like, we have hotels, so kind of always had that entrepreneurial background ingrained in us, and I think that's what kind of led us to want to pursue our own little path and start a business of our own.
Now, you're a graduate of UTA. What was your UTA experience like?
It was great. So I actually started out at the University of Texas in Austin studying engineering, and kind of halfway through, I was kind of in limbo. I didn't like what I was doing. It wasn't the path that I really saw myself pursuing in the future. So I took a little bit of time, came back home here in Arlington, and decided to pursue an MBA at UTA. And it was fantastic. I forged a lot of great relationship with classmates and professors. And I think that's what really kind of, at that moment, I realized that, hey, this is what I want to do, into the world of business. So it was fantastic. And the most interesting thing about UTA for me is kind of off topic, but like, when I started at UT in Austin, like, UTA was kind of considered a transitional school or a commuter school or whatnot, but it was fun to see that transform from what was considered back then to what it is now. I've seen it grow so much from when I was there till now, so it's been great to see that growth. Yeah.
So you've seen the whole evolution then of UTA and the surrounding downtown area.
Absolutely, yeah. So whenever I was at UTA, like, none of this was here. So when we were talking about a location, my partner mentioned Arlington, and I was like, Arlington, really? But we kind of drove around and saw these places. Like, I had no idea Urban Union itself even existed. So it was great, like, the future of downtown, and just, I feel like it's now. So many things have changed from when I was there. I have a daughter now, and she loves going to the downtown library. I remember back when I was in school, it was so different. Obviously in the heart of it all, these little wonderful businesses, and it's super exciting to be a part of that. So
Well, you're here at Urban Union, where it's really a collection of other entrepreneurs. So many of the businesses here that are tenants are homegrown, one-of-a-kind businesses. Do you see this growing in the future? Do you see getting other locations?
Or this business specifically?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So actually, we are doing another location in Trinity Groves right now, and we're actually really close to being open. But you know, after that, we'll kind of take a pause and see where it goes from there. But you know, Urban Union has been great. It's when we were picking the location for the next location, we really tried to mimic this one, right? Like there's a taco place right next to us over there. There's a brewery close by, and you know, that was all important to us because this fit was absolutely perfect. You know, the synergies with all these others, it just makes for a great customer experience. So that was really important to us, finding that new location.
That's so interesting that you bring that up, that co-tenancy, because I think that's something that is happening down here, both by intention and organically.
Sure.
Is people are finding those businesses that they can be sort of copacetic with and sharing of customers. I know when people are here, they can get Cartel Taco to bring tacos in.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you know, we'll spend some time at Cartel or Legal Draft or down at Hurtado Barbecue and then end up here.
Sure, sure.
It's all very walkable and all the businesses partner with each other. I've seen a lot of that.
Absolutely, and it's been a pleasure working with everyone around here. So a little side note, one of our favorite things of being in this location is right next to us, actually, Inspirations Catering. We've kind of become their little unofficial taste testers, so that's been fun.
That's a hard job.
Yeah, not really, because
everything they touch
we kind of suck at it because we don't really give her that much criticism. Everything she gives us, like we're like, it's amazing. So
yeah,
I don't know if we're giving her the answer she's looking for, but it's all fantastic.
That's another small business that's packing a big punch out of a pretty small space.
Absolutely, yeah. Super sweet person. Well,
so
Christine,
what have you done here in your space to manage the social distancing requirements? It's funny that your concept open and it's already designed with these individual bays.
Right.
So, and how long were you open? COVID hit?
So we opened last June of 2019. A solid 7, 8 months of, as you said, you know, it's kind of set out in a way where it kind of made it a little easier to practice social distancing. We set out some curtains to individuals. The trickiest part is like taking in the bookings and stuff, you know, just that, you know, making sure that, because if there's a party of 10 or a party of 2, like that bay is taken. Before we'd have people share and whatnot, so that's kind of been, we've kind of managed that well. As far as other guidelines, you know, we to keep things safe, you know, sanitizing access, keep it, you know, obviously we're always wearing a mask when we're here, and social distancing, yeah. So
in researching axe throwing as a business concept, you went and visited some other locations, become an expert on axe throwing.
It's a very steep learning curve, right? Either you got it or you don't. Most of the people pick it up right away, but so, you know, just through, like I said, I never really actually picked up an axe before we decided to do the business. But we did visit a few places here in the Metroplex. They're all great. But, you know, we saw a little bit of improvements that we can post. But yeah, we really just jumped into it, honestly.
I've come in as a customer, and I'm not going to throw an axe because I'm embarrassed. I'm one of those that just doesn't. But I've been with people that really had a good time and really like, I think it helps if you have played darts or, you know, go to the shooting range.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So eventually, with enough practice, you will get it. But because we added on a few extra things, like we got ninja throwing stars, we got throwing cards, we got a throwing shovel, and these things are a lot of fun.
A throwing shovel?
A throwing shovel, yeah.
Okay, you're going to demonstrate that one.
We'll demonstrate it too, and then, but the star, it's literally the star of the show. Like everyone enjoys that because it's so satisfactory. You just kind of flick it up there and it'll always stick. Most of the time, at least.
So I could probably even get that one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So going back to this theme of entrepreneurship, what would you tell a younger version of yourself? What would you do different, or what would you tell somebody else who was thinking of opening a small business in downtown Arlington?
I think the biggest thing that helped me here, because I started another business before. It was like a small snack foods business. Is to build a team, right? So the foundation of this business already, you know, with my partner, Mike, it was already off to a better start. So in the other business, I kind of did everything myself. You wear all the hats. I did everything from marketing to manufacturing, and you can never really focus on one area as much as you would like to, right? Because you're struggling to do so many things. So building that proper team is probably the best thing. You know, again, I started off with a partner and I, and then once we got open, we have an amazing staff that works here. They're dedicated. They buy into what we're doing here. They love it. We all have a lot of fun. We know what the job is, how to get it done, and it just works beautifully.
So Vikash, I'm curious, what motivates people to walk in the door for the first time and try axe throwing? What do you get out of it?
I think people come in here just to kind of escape their day-to-day grind. You know, obviously it's a fun time, right? So you got that part. You know, it's something that's gaining popularity, so people are already interested in trying it out. But you know, when they come in here, that's what it is. It's escape from your day-to-day grind, and you're doing something that kind of releases that stress, and all the while having fun doing it. So it's a really fantastic experience. The whole customer experience, you kind of come in, we'll get you all checked in, we'll get you a short safety training, and then we'll show you how to throw. And then the way we kind of differ is we're watching you like a hawk, making sure everything's safe, but we kind of leave you to it. You know, we're always there if you need help, but kind of want you guys to, you come in here on a date or whatnot, you don't want me standing in the middle of you guys, right? So we kind of leave you to it, and then just to go out and have fun, have a good time. Yeah, grab a couple of beers. You know, we're in Texas, only in Texas you can do that. To people listening, it's not as dangerous as it sounds.
So yeah, I saw the safety rules and a few of those.
Sure.
But I want to hear how this conversation went when, say, for example, you told your dad, hey, I'm going to open this bar where people are going to have beer and throw axes. Like, how did that conversation go with your family?
It's kind of a boring answer, but like my dad's always been so blindly supportive of me. No matter what I ask or what I do, he's always like, yeah, sure, go for it, right? So I told him we're doing the axe throwing bar, and really he just came up here. We had a little temporary target put up, and he couldn't get enough of it. Like, he just kept throwing and throwing and throwing. I think so like back in India, my father, you know, he'd do some farming and stuff. Like, he had it in him, right? So like it kind of took him back to his childhood, which was cool. But you know, I never really thought that would happen. But yeah, that's kind of how the conversation with my father specifically. But they were all for it. They're like, yeah, go for it, have fun.
So this kind of a business, any challenges in getting it open in terms of things that would logically come to mind, like insurance or workers' comp, or, you know, this is a fairly new phenomenon, right? This axe throwing concept. So what were some of the hurdles to getting your business open?
Luckily enough, you know, axe throwing is growing in popularity. There's a couple of actual commissions or communities that were doing it, like WATL. It's actually, they hold tournaments that are aired on ESPN and stuff. So they kind of have their own safety training that they give to owners. So at the time, we were WATL affiliated, and so that we kind of got our training from there, and help put the insurance agents' minds at ease a little bit.
You've always had an interest in sort of thrilling entertainment. You shared with me the inspiration for going to engineering school in the first place.
Sure.
Started right here in Arlington. Can you talk about that passion a little bit and that interest?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. And you know, I when I was a little kid, I was obsessed with Six Flags, right? So every single week, like when they built the Titan, like I followed that build from the first bolt to the end, and I was there on opening day, rode it like 10 times. Super interested in roller coasters. That kind of what drove my passion to engineering.
Roller coasters.
Roller coasters, yeah. When I got to engineering school, it was like I thought I was gonna be, and I was like, you know, I think I like riding the roller coasters. I don't think I'm gonna like designing as much as I thought I would. So, but yeah, I guess that passion did kind of spill over to here. You know, like the thrilling experiences and stuff that kind of led us to decide to do the business of this type.
And you're in the entertainment business in
Sure.
a city that's known for entertainment.
Yeah,
We're just a mile from the entertainment district here, so
absolutely.
and then with all this walkable offerings of adjacent businesses, it makes for a great outing for our visitors too, as well as for our locals.
Absolutely, it does, and that's one of the things that didn't really surprise us, but it's I guess one of the reasons why we want to be here, right? We're so close to everything, and people coming in for games. It's fun. It's fun messing with like the outer towners who are here for like a Cowboys game, giving them a little hard time.
But you have a local following too. I've been in here where there's clearly people who are serious axe throwers. They come in and practice.
Absolutely, and one of the things that kind of helped us through this pandemic is that local following. They really supported the small businesses around here. A specific story, and this was a really proud moment for both Mike and I. We had a guy who would come in here quite often, and once we were allowed to reopen, we got our safety measures in place and whatnot. Once we reopened, like he came to visit us right away, and the first thing he told us is like, I'll be here if I have to every single week just to make sure you guys survive. And super proud for us because we're like, we had to be doing something right for him to say that, and for him to say that, it's incredible amount of support that we've gotten from the community. Yeah.
And I think that's really what's going to get us through this roller coaster of a pandemic is
absolutely
our customers keeping us in mind during the holidays.
Sure.
So tell me a little bit about how you're a great destination during the holidays. Do you have gift cards, that kind of thing?
Yeah. So we have gift cards. It's a perfect gift. Give the thrilling gift of axe throwing, right? We have gift cards. We host a lot of parties, and of course now we keep in mind with the social distancing and whatnot. So we try to keep everything as safe as possible. It's a great place to get together with your friends and family. It's nothing more can be said than this. It's just honestly, it's just a great time.
I think it might be time to demonstrate some axe throwing.
Sure. All right.
Okay. I'm just going to hold an axe and watch.
I'm going to give you that throwing star. Ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
All right.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with the axe.
You want to give it a shot with the throwing star?
Yeah, let me give it a try.
We give these out to people who are struggling with the axes. Super satisfactory.
It's very cute.
A little bit easier to stick. Yeah.
Very cute. A little sharp.
Yeah. We give people a little warning beforehand. Oh.
See? I don't know why I can't do it. Last time.
All right. Let's see how you're holding it. Okay, that looks good. You just kind of give it a flick of your wrist. Oh, nice.
Whoa,
bullseye.
bingo. All right, now I want to see you do the shovel.
The shovel, all right.
What made you think of a shovel?
We actually just came across these online, and we're like, this would kind of be fun to throw. So, yeah. And then this is also pretty satisfactory because it's got a long edge to where it could stick. So, let me give it a shot. Let's see.
Wow.
That's fun.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
This was great.
All right.
Thank you so much for doing that.
You're welcome.